Okay, what's going on, tycoons? For today's video, we're going to be looking at ticker symbol CEI. Okay, Camber Energy Inc. This one has already short squeezed. Okay, as we can see here, drawn on this graph right here, it had a 38-day run up that was over 1,433%. Okay, it went from 33 cents a share to nearly $5 a share. All right. Um, that's why I'm paying attention to this. Okay, we did trade CEI a little bit in the options trading tycoons Discord, but we mostly honestly like to stay away from these very easy manipulated stocks, especially with all the broker trading restrictions. Okay, whenever things get short squeezed or whatever, then you notice that things stop getting traded. However, I did just enter a couple light positions into CEI. We had some unusual options activity come through the Discord. Okay. Um, Basically, unusual options activity is just that. Okay, it's unusual. Okay, it's a larger amount than normal. Beginning on the 27th, there has been unusual option activity on CEI calls of the strike price 1.5. So originally there was like 14,000 purchased, and then $15,000 purchased later. There's a $20,000 purchase. So that was on the 27th, and then and then on the 3rd, we had 15,000 come in, 20,000 come in, 17,000 come in. Then on the 5th, we had 45,000 come in, 84,000 come in, and then another 25,000 come in on the 5th. So around anywhere between 100 to $200,000 in unusual option activity on Camber Energy, which that doesn't sound like too much money, 100 to 2,000, but relative to what the stock is trading at, a $1.32 point share, that's a pretty big influence, a pretty big chunk. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys what I have charted up here. Okay, we have the Bollinger Bands. That's what these three lines are. All right, following the stock. And this is just a good way to kind of gauge where the stock is at. All right, as you can see, the way that the Bollinger Bands work is they squeeze. Okay, basically when the stock is squeezing and then they pop. And when they pop, you see normally a big pop up or down. Okay, so as we can see here, it popped up above the Bollinger Band. Okay, and then it started to trade above it and gain that momentum, and that was his first big pop. Okay, and then I had another big one right here. Here's our big pop, started getting outside the Bollinger Bands. Okay, so right now we're currently facing resistance at the middle Bollinger Band. So if we zoom in a little bit, we can see here that it came up to the middle Bollinger Band and hit resistance and fell back down. So we're going to be looking for CEI to start trading above the Bollinger Band. Okay, so what we had was our initial pop. Okay, and if you notice, they're starting to squeeze back together again. All right, so I expect this to squeeze together a little bit. And then, we need to trade above this middle Bollinger Band. And then once we break out of this top Bollinger Band, we're going to be in bullish territory. And, who knows really how high CEI can go. It's all about knowing your plan. Okay, so I want you guys to come into the trade with a plan. So right now we'll look at the 20-day, let's just do the 180-day 4-hour chart. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what I think some take profit zones could be if you want to trade CEI off of the unusual options activity. Okay, you can buy 1.5 calls. Most of these strikes that have came through, the expiration date has been either November 12th or November 19th with the 1.5 strike. So I'd recommend buying one of those call options, the 1.5 strike for November 12th or November 19th. These are going to be all of our major resistance levels. Okay, we could face resistance in between these, but these are going to be our major resistance levels. Resistance levels are also known as a take profit zone. Okay, so let's say, for instance, you purchased 1,000 shares. Okay, you could sell 100 shares here. Once we hit here, take profit. Sell 100 shares 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 here, take profit. Okay, the reason you're doing that is to secure the profit, so that way if it does act as a resistance and the stock falls lower and it's not able to get above that point, you were able to maximize profit on that portion of shares that you sold. Okay, and minimize risk, so that if it does pull back, you were able to secure some profits in there. And then as it goes above these resistance levels, that's good. Okay, so that means that the plan is going good. you hit your take profit zone, but you don't want to take all the profit. You want to see if it has some room to run. Okay. So you're able to sell half of your shares, let's say at $1.67 at this resistance, and then you sell the other half at $2.05. Okay. So know your plan, know your exit strategy for when things don't go to plan. Okay. Let's say we buy 1,000 shares here at $1.32, and we break support below $1.17, and we start trading below there. What's your plan? Are you going to have a stop loss? Are you going to have a trailing stop loss? Are you going to average down? Are you going to buy more into your position because you're confident, you have strong conviction, or is it time to exit the position because it didn't go to plan? All right. So I like CEI. Okay, it's got a lot of potential. There is a lot of unusual option chain activity, and we do have some call sweeps as well in the Discord. Those have been coming through since around like October 25th. So those are a little bit older. Here recently, in the last couple market trading days, we have seen about 100 to $200,000 go into CEI calls with the 1.5 strike of either November 19th or November 12th. So I'm thinking we may see a pop in between here, or it could be bait. So that's for you guys to decide. As I said, I took a small position. This isn't my favorite stock to trade, but I do think that it's very interesting and then it could pay very well, if this stock decides to have another rally. Okay. As you guys saw, it took 38 days for it to climb over 1,400%. So, with big moves like this, I don't mind taking positions in these, but these are easily manipulated, so this could always drop further. Okay, we have a huge daily gap. Actually, no, we don't. This ain't even the daily chart. So I guess I'll leave it at that. Okay, here on the 4-hour chart, you guys can really see the Bollinger Bands are squeezing a lot more. We're breaking above it right here. So I think that tomorrow, if we open up above $1.32, and we can hold that as our support, and we can close above $1.41, I don't see why we start getting closer towards $2. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know if there's any other content you guys want. If you guys want tutorials, if you guys have a specific ticker you want me to look at, or a stock or a crypto, anything like that, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to make a video on it for you guys. Okay.